Welcome back to Medrash U'Maisa. For the next few weeks, the Parshas being read in Eretz Yisrael and Chutz La'aretz will be different, but the stories we share, even if they're connected more to one Parsha or the other, apply to Avodas Hashem that's with us every day of the year. So we're beginning this week with a story that took place here in Yerushalayim about 80 years ago. There was a kablan, a building contractor named Reb Aaron Lipschitz, who built a building together with some partners in which they each got an apartment. So there were 3 apartments lived in by the 3 partners. And there was 1/4 apartment that they owned in partnership that they were going to sell and divide the profits. One day, Reb Aaron Lipschitz got a knock on the door, and he opened the door to find a young woman there. She asked him how much they were asking for the free apartment. When he told her the price, she burst out crying. He asked her why she took it so hard. She told him that I live in a neighborhood in which the children are very wild. It's a neighborhood with a lot of challenges. I have a son. I'm afraid that he's going to be influenced negatively. I wanted to move to this area, which I feel would be a better influence for him, for my family. And I found this apartment available and I had hopes. I can't afford it. And I'm so worried about my son. He did some quick thinking. And he felt that even though he couldn't speak for his partners, he could certainly cut down whatever profit he was trying to make from his part. He told her, if I would bring the price down to this sum, would you be able to do it? She lit up and said, yes, I could. He sold her the apartment. That son grew up to be Rav Eliyahu Bakshi Doron Zatzal, the Sephardic chief rabbi of Israel, author of the Sforim Binyan Av. It's an example of what I call cryptocurrency. Jews don't view money simply as cash. They view it as something in which you can use it to acquire much greater currency, eternal currency. The profits that were received from that were something that a wise investor, like Reb Aaron Lipschitz, was able to see and sense. Our next story took place not that long ago, a few years ago, in Deal, New Jersey. Deal, New Jersey is the home in the summer especially, but during the year as well, to many members of the Syrian Jewish community in America. There are many rabbis who come to speak there. One, Rav Yaakov Hillel Shlita, one of the greatest Talmidei Chachamim, Mekubalim of our generation, was there for the summer, relaxing, learning, teaching. One day he wasn't feeling well. He was taken for checkups and rushed to the hospital. The examination showed that he needed a bypass operation. Unfortunately, he had not arranged the type of insurance that would cover that operation in America. There was a businessman in the community, Mr. Ralph Tawil, a person with great kavod for Torah, for Talmidei Chachamim, and he heard about the situation, and he realized that the time factor would not allow some kind of painstaking fundraising effort. He spoke to the hospital, and he told them, here's all of my information, my credit cards, my banks, my investments, my credit lines. Take whatever you need to cover this operation. Rav Hillel had the operation. After he was able to be visited in recovery, Mr. Tawil came in. Rav Hillel told him, Ralph, come here. He said, give me your hand. He held his hand and he said, from this moment on, everything I do in my life, learning, teaching, mitzvahs, it's me and you, 50-50. Half mine, half yours. Mr. Tawil told this story in a yeshiva for boys of the Syrian community, and he finished off with a smile and said, boys, is that business or is that business? That's Jewish cryptocurrency. That's what we look and see and understand. In Parshas Kedoshim, we see the mitzvahs of leket, shikcha, and peah. Interestingly, the Gemara in Yevamos tells us that when those mitzvahs were active, that was one of the things that was told to a ger tzedek. The Mefarshim explain that the ger tzedek joining the Jewish people has to understand that our attitude toward money and what is really of value and the currency that we truly deal in is something they have to understand before they join our people. Our cryptocurrency isn't Bitcoin. It's Torah and mitzvahs, an eternal currency that always turns a profit. Wishing everyone a wonderful Shabbos and a wonderful summer.